So hello everyone, welcome to Quick Eyes. I am Sachin Puri. So today we are in the industrial town of Punjab, that's Ludhiana. जी आज हम लुधियाना में हैं. So there is one very hilarious thing about Ludhiana. I'm not sure if you all have heard about it or not. Tell me in comments if it is true. तो ड्यूरिंग 80s एंड 90s जब इंडिया में वॉशिंग मशीन आई थी तो सबसे ज़्यादा सेल उसकी लुधियाना में होती थी, कपड़े धोने के लिए नहीं, लस्सी बनाने के लिए. So that's what I have heard a lot. And there is one more thing about Ludhiana, that in 90s and 2000s, Ludhiana was the town which used to have most number of Mercedes cars registered under Ludhiana city. So that's something too which everyone knows. So here we are in Ludhiana, and today we have come to check 2024's most beautiful optical store. I would say an eye boutique store. That's by the name of Kapoor Optical Co. We are here to know more about their legacy, to know more about the founder who was Shri A.D. Kapoor. And today their third generation is looking after this chain, and it's a new concept store which they have just recently opened up. So let's check out what they have to say.
Very, very nice and very different. You don't feel like you are in a chashme ka dukaan. It makes you feel a little different. So, whose vision was this? Risky design and all. It's like very different. You need to have that kind of a vision to come up with this kind of.
So, being in this location, we wanted to do something different from what we've been doing in Chandigarh in the rest of our 3 stores. So again, our architects pitched something like this to us. So we do travel a lot for work, and we've been looking at optical stores in Europe, like all across Europe. So obviously we do like how they are outside, and we wanted to get our own fresh ideas here, and we wanted to do something like this. Honestly, I've not even seen something like this in Europe. So we wanted to do something different, and then the architects, they pitched us this idea, and we really loved it, and we loved the colors, and we saw that nothing like this actually exists in India as of now. So that was the idea, and it turned out well, so we're happy.
Great. So I think let's start from the starting. So if you can share how Kapoor Optical Company started, about your grandfather, and I think you started from Chandigarh, and you have about 2 or 3 stores in Chandigarh, and then you moved to Ludhiana recently.
Yes, so starting from the beginning, our grandfather, Shri Amardev Kapoor, he trained in Bhopal with one of his relatives who had an optical store of his own. In Bhopal, yes. So he trained there for 2 years, and then he came back to Chandigarh where he had his family. And then he started the first store that is in Sector 22, Chandigarh. So at that time, he used to, we had a factory at that time, and we used to produce all the spectacles in-house. So everything from lens fitting to production of the frame was done in-house. But eventually, we started trading as well. And when the second generation came in, we moved to name brands as well, all the international brands, Luxottica and all of the, the main giants in the optical industry. So we started with them as well. And then I think that went on for a long time. And ever since we all have come in, Yatin, Yuthika and I, we've moved towards independent eyewear brands as well. So I think that's the progression has gone with that. But yeah, it's a 60-year-old legacy. 60 years is a long amount of time. So it does. I mean, the progression has been very, very gradual. But yeah, this is where we are now.
So then how you think Ludhiana as the second stop? Because I think Chandigarh, Panchkula is same only, I would say. But you didn't went maybe not to Amritsar or to Jalandhar, but Ludhiana was one of the big points.
So actually, one of our friends who's also getting the leasing done for this market, he actually pitched us Sandeep Plaza, and we visited, and we loved the location. Like since day one, we were sold on the location. So we're surrounded by designer brands, and we're surrounded by the best of restaurants in Ludhiana here. And this market is pulling a lot of crowd. So we are actually located on the outskirts of Ludhiana, but we are still seeing a lot of people coming in from the internal of the city. So this is a new market, and it's got the best of the brands, and we thought that this would be a very apt location for us because we carry premium luxury items with us.
So, and I see out of take of Luxottica, but you have brands which are like very limited editions and all, which you don't get everywhere, and especially in places like Punjab. So do you have customers like those asking for those kinds of brands?
So yes, we do. So I feel like customers now are very well traveled, even the Punjab customers. everybody goes out for vacations, so they know what brands are existing. And we are dealing with fashion house brands as well. But I feel, like you said, that the demand for these kind of eyewear brands is also increasing. Yes, I feel we do have to educate the customer a bit, but I think these, because they're so well made, it's just easy to convince the customer because, they're handmade, they're gold plated. It's just what the city wants.
So I came to know about your store through Insta handle. So if you can explain to my audience, so that how can they start an Insta handle and how easy or difficult it is?
So I feel like creating an Instagram account is the simplest thing. It's free. You create a business profile, that's also free. You're able to track insights. You're able to see who's viewing your stories, and you're able to see how much reach that a single particular post has, derived. Um, I think the only thing that can separate you out from your competitor would be just putting effort into every single reel or every single post that you're making, or even if you're sharing content from your third party vendor, it has to be nice, it has to be HD quality, it has to follow the guidelines that Meta asks you to follow, because
That's most important. Otherwise, you are not
that
able to
is
upload it.
no, so your account will get suspended, or you'll face some policy violations. You will not be able to run ads. So all that happens. So I think it's very important to be authentic. First of all, you should know what you're selling, and the way you conduct. Because what happens is, when you post stories or when you post reels, there are going to be queries coming in your way. So you have to know how to answer them. You have to answer them on time. People who are messaging on Instagram want immediate reply. So if you
People
don't,
are looking for immediate.
yes,
I
of
thought
course.
they get late and
No, so they want immediate reply. I am looking for something. Okay, I inquired about one particular thing. 2 hours later, I might not want it. So if you respond quickly, then yes, you are going to make a sale. I think we focus on Instagram more as a platform to spread awareness about us as a brand, about the brands that we are dealing with. And I think that is something that would bring in more store visits as well. Because with eyewear, yes, people are buying online, but one particular person would still want to kind of try it. So it brings more people to the store, and it tells people that, okay, Kapoor Optical Company is carrying these brands, they have these models. So it's more of an awareness platform.
so this is with regards to the brands and all which you carry, but I see you have a lot of tech instruments also for measuring measurements and all by Essilor. So, in terms of lenses, which all lenses you normally promote and why you are selling those ones and how you compare it with other brands?
So I believe that if like frames are a car, then lens is the engine. So it's very important to have like a very good quality lens in your frames. So I think the SLR is the one thing that we all go for collectively. And we are also SLR experts because they have helped us throughout our journey in the last 60 years. So SLR lens is something that we all go for time and again. And it's also like being an SLR expert is also global accreditation. So we have to do it.
And within Essilor, which lenses you normally promote or any specific lens which you customer comes and asks you?
So in terms of progressive lenses, since SLR started progressive lenses, we go for the Varilux series.
Okay.
And in terms of single vision lens, we go for Crizal coating because they also have a huge variety of options over there. And in turn, for a personalized experience for the customer, we go for iCode. So it is a bespoke experience, and it's a customized lens that the consumer gets with that. And then we've also come out with this new machine which gives like a in-depth experience to the customer where they can see what would be good for them and what they should ideally go for.
Do you think all these kinds of instruments add up to your customer values also? Like, are they able to create a difference between this and any other optical store because of this instrument?
I think it does help because like you can see what the difference is between the two types of lenses, and it gives like an immersive experience to the customer where like sort of a little bit of AI generated because people do get fascinated with technology and everything. So I think it does help us.
But customer भी कहता है that they feel some difference.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be great if you can just show us a couple of instruments that you were talking about. You have,
Sure.
you can do a small demo, and also the products which you have kept, because few of them names also I can't spell, so it's better you only spell it and let me go.
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
So this is the Visiophic X machine that we carry. This is to tell the customer that you don't just need to correct your vision, you also need to protect your eyes and enhance clarity. So this helps us in selling, upgrading and dispensing lenses to the customer. So this gives like a full 360-degree view to the customer, like in terms of progressive lenses. The customer can compare between the two types of lenses and how this series is better than the other one. Then in terms of vision lenses also, it shows what is the difference between SLR lenses and the standard lenses. And iCode, it helps in personalized lenses. So this will see the customer's behavior and how they move and their measurements. And then it will help us in building a made-to-order lens for them. So this is like a very bespoke experience that we offer here. So now I can show you how the measurements are taken.
Repeat the experience. Please position yourself in front of the mark on the floor. Please look at yourself in the mirror. Turn your head to the left. Please look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the lead at the top. Turn your head towards the lead on the right. Without moving your head, look at the bridge of the frame in the mirror.
Do you also get kids and all here where parents come up and ask for myopic lenses? Because I've seen in metro cities, it's
Yeah.
like daily picking it up.
We do get a lot of customers which are aware because SLR is anyway doing rounds with a lot of doctors and optometrists, and they recommend Stellis to the consumer and to the parents, and they do come to us and they are pretty informed about the decision. And we also recommend Stellis because we are seeing a change and we are seeing that it is controlling myopia by 67%.
So, what all brands do you normally keep in this kind of a store?
We are dealing with fashion house brands here. So everything from a Gucci, a Bulgari, Bottega. We do that. And then we also do independent eyewear brands, again, in a more reasonable range, as well as the high-end premium range as well. So going to Kubra, Matsuda, Chrome Hearts, we do all of that as well. There's a lot of, in the independent eyewear category, there's a lot of handmade items, so that brings a more luxury.
Sorry to interrupt. I see which brand that one were they were.
Regard?
Regards.
Yeah.
Regard.
So it's an eyewear.
Yes,
brand.
it's yes,
It's an eyewear.
yes.
And what's the normal price range?
I think it's
60,
more
I
than
think.
that. Yeah,
Yes.
it's 70.
People have heard about this brand, or I am seeing it for the first time.
Again, with this, we have to educate the customer, but they're very interesting shapes, and that is what customers are demanding. Customers want to wear something that is unique, that none of their peers have, and that is something that we are seeing an increase in demand for. So this is Mitsuda.
Okay.
If you see the little detailing on it, it's beautiful. These are made in Japan. They are also handmade glasses. They're very beautiful and very lightweight as well. This is Movitra. It's very interesting. It's got a very nice functionality.
Okay.
You could rotate it either way. So it's hard to break. This is an Italian brand. It's made in Milan. Then this is T. Henry. These are limited edition pieces. They're all gold plated, and these are also made in Japan. They're numbered pieces.
So all come with a serial number.
Yes. So Chrome Hearts is again something that is very premium. Maybachs, of course.
Can we go downstairs and
Yes,
see
please, let's
some
go.
of the brands?
Let's go.
Sure. Right.
So wraps are back, and
Okay.
this is how it looks like.
I think Punjab loves this kind of
Wraps?
big
Yeah.
mercury coated
And Versace's anyway hot favorite.
okay. This looks very different also.
This is Prada. Got these lovely, different kind of temples and it's nice. This is a collaboration, which is my personal favorite. This is Oliver Peoples and Kate.
Okay.
This is the one Anushka Sharma was wearing at one of the India versus Pakistan matches.
Yeah, nice. So I really love the way you have presented brand. Each brand has its own section, and everyone can come and feel like it's made for them. I think you are the third generation who are into the eyewear business. So how do you feel being in the eyewear space?
So honestly,
I'm sure for your option we need that. Just gonna like the good.
yeah. No, like I did go out and try and explore different things to see which what all I like, and then I just ended up coming back here because this
What's
felt
your background?
comfortable. So I was working in beauty at Nika, and then I
That's
moved.
more interesting category than this for sure.
Yeah, it was fun, but then
You were based in Bombay.
yeah, I was living in Bombay.
There, so you were
Yeah.
looking after what?
I was doing brand management. So basically, they have brand managers for all different brands that they carry, and then there are people who handle it end to end.
And then after that?
Then after that, I moved to Purnia's pop-up shop where I was doing marketing for the brand and e-com.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then you ended up.
Yeah, then I ended up here.
And you, what's your brand?
So I have a master's in marketing, and I've spent some time in the United States. So I worked there in marketing, and then I came back, and then I've recently done a digital marketing program from IIM Indore. And so I've been here for I think about 4 years now.
So we're looking after the eyewear space.
Marketing specifically.
Okay.
So I feel like it's very interesting. I like the luxury aspect of eyewear. Honestly, it's like that's a personal choice. So I like the luxury aspect of it, and I like how the audience here is now moving into, like, for example, 10 years or 15 years ago, eyewear was a necessity.
Correct.
Only people, who would need it would actually consider going to an optical store. Now it's more of a fashion statement as well. Like, people, not only for sunglasses, but even for opticals, people are so specific about the kind of frames they want, in addition to obviously the lenses, which are more for a functional purpose. But it's very interesting how the audience has changed. And I like how people want to go towards more independent brands, because that is also what we want to do. And that's our niche. And it's nice how people are open to looking at different kinds of brands.